You're free now. Free to stream beyond your wildest dreams. Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber. Your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Not one based on the driver who treats the highway like a racetrack and the shoulder like a passing lane. Why pay a rate based on anyone else? Get one based on you with DriveWise from Allstate.
Not available in Alaska or California, subject to terms and conditions. Rates are determined by several factors, which vary by state. In some states, participation in DriveWise allows Allstate to use your driving data for purposes of rating. While in some states, your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Generally, safer drivers will save with DriveWise. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Welcome to the KSL Home Show. Brought to you by Osmond Designs. We open the doors for local home buyers and sellers with a fast-moving show about Utah real estate and home design. Here's Heather Osmond and Lindsay Ertz on KSL News Radio 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
Welcome on into the Home Show today. Thank you for joining us. Lindsay Ertz here, of course, with Heather Osmond, who owns Osmond Designs, Lehigh, Orem, and a new store coming to Traverse Mountain in Lehigh. Heather, how are you?
I'm doing well. Good morning, Utah. So good to be here.
It's so good to be with you. I love chatting with you every week about the hot mess that my house is and how you can fix it.
Lindsay, this show is for you. Today we have Omnia Leather. We have one of the big guns here. His name is Shawn Downing, and he has been our furniture rep for Omnia at Osmond Designs for several years, but you recently received a promo, so we're super proud of you. Welcome to the show, Shawn.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. Very excited to be here.
Yes, so tell us about your new position.
Recently, I was promoted to National Sales Manager with Omnia Leather. Very excited about the opportunity. It's going to be a lot of travel, a lot of exciting things on the horizon, so very excited to have the promotion.
Good on you. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Shawn, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you ended up in this industry and then specifically at Omnia Leather.
Well, that's a very, very long story, but
We've got 34 minutes. Go.
To keep it simple, I've been in the furniture industry on the retail side of things for over 25 years now. It actually started with a series of concussions actually in a snowboarding career that got me into the furniture industry. So my mom was with a furniture company for over 30 years, and I actually started in the warehouse working for that company. Worked my way up into sales, sales manager, store manager, general manager for that company. And all those years I was actually selling Omnia. So I had a relationship with the sales manager at the time and the owner of the company, and they gave me a shot and took me on as a rep, and I've been doing that now for 3 years, managing 13 states.
Only 13.
Wait,
Only
how
13.
does snowboarding play into it? What happened there?
I ended up getting 5 concussions in a month and spent 6 months in a hospital. Wow. And had just a lot of underlying issues where I actually had to live with my parents to be monitored for blood clots and a series of things.
Oh, geez.
And my mom had said, you know what, why don't you just come work with me so I can keep an eye on you? And again, I was very, very young at the time, and that's how it started. So started working with her at Scandinavian Designs, and one thing led to another, worked my way up through that company, and I've been in furniture now for my whole life.
And here you are, and what a blessing
And here I am.
that those accidents ended up being for you, right?
Yeah.
We know a little bit about snowboarding here in Utah.
A little
right?
bit.
Well, that's a great lesson in you don't know why you're going through the trial at the time, right?
Exactly. So, just excited to be here, and it's been fantastic.
It's awesome.
Good
Been a
on
good
you.
journey.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Omnia Leather. So at Osmond Designs, we carry a lot of furniture.
Yes.
Omnia Leather is definitely one of our favorite brands.
Yep.
Recently, we met you in High Point, North Carolina. In fact, in just, a week or so, we're going to be meeting you there to see all the new intros. But tell us why Omnia Leather is so cool.
Well, several reasons. One, I love the story. I love how, Omnia was created, and they've been in business for over 33 years. The company was actually born from 2 friends that immigrated from Italy and had a vision. And their sons continue to run day-to-day business today, which spans nationwide. And Omnia manufactures some of the finest quality leather furniture in the industry, and we offer everything a consumer could be looking for.
So true. So fine quality, 100% top grain hides.
That is correct. Yeah. In the industry, you see a lot of splits, you see a lot of vinyl and leather match. Anywhere where you're not physically touching, Omnia does 100% top grain leather, Italian leather, some of the finest quality hides that you can find, very supple, very soft, and they put those on every square inch of the sofa, back sides, everywhere.
I love it. The quality is unparalleled to anything else in the industry. I think that's really why retailers, designers, even hospitality, commercial firms love Omnia leather. It lasts.
Absolutely.
Everyone loves just having a leather sofa, a leather chair, a leather sectional, ottomans in their home. You guys also do bar stools.
Yeah, we do bar stools, eclectic ottomans, and I would say, the biggest difference is really our configuration options. I mean, you can do 45-degree wedges, 90-degree wedges, L-shaped corners, curved corners. The configurations are endless. You could do a 100-seat sofa if you want. I mean, you can create anything from home theater to really anything in your living room and everything in between.
I love that. Utah is definitely known for our large homes and large families.
Yes.
And so those sectionals have been such a hot seller in our market and always will be popular.
Yep.
With Omnia leather, not only do you get to choose how many seats and what size and configuration that you want, but you also get to choose your arm styles, your feet, all of those. Tell us a little bit about all of that customization, cool stuff.
Yeah, we have a lot of build your own programs. Just take an example like Stationary Solutions. It's got 8 arms and 5 legs, and multiple seat widths and depths, where the seat width can go from 22 to 24 to 26, and the depth varies as well. So whether your customer's coming in, they're looking for modern or traditional or transitional, really we have it all.
I love that so much. And you have those removable seat and backs on most of the styles, which are very, very easy to maintain.
Yes.
In Utah, I think it's always great to just flip those cushions, keep things fresh, keep things new and great.
Yeah, and it's interesting with removable seats and removable backs. If you have a dog that chews up your seat cushion, we can die-lot match that seat cushion and just send you a new casing. You can replace the foam inside. You can change it to down cushions or extra firm. As your lifestyle changes, we can change the furniture along with it.
I love that. And usually on the main floor for my clients, I do a lot of interior design. We want that main floor to be really pretty, but it also needs to be functional. Yep. But the basement seems to just be watch the jazz game,
That's
watch
right.
a movie. So it's great that you offer those different cushions so that you can really customize, even with one customer, what their needs are for their family.
Absolutely. And the ability to build on with our sectionals, they're all very modular. So if you moved 2 years from now, you've got a different basement that needs a bigger space, you could throw in an armless love seat or an armless chair and tie that in. And again, when you get to that die-lot match, we always have a kind of a main target swatch underneath the cushion, so we know what we're matching in the future. So we could make that armless love seat 5 years from now. It would match the leather that you have today.
That's incredible. You have in-house cutting, sewing, and framing. That is unheard of.
That is unheard of. Yep. Everything made in Chino, California, which is very, very nice.
I love that. Made in the USA, right?
That's right.
More than
That
ever,
is right.
Support local. I
Absolutely.
think it's more important than ever. Tell us a little bit about your lead time.
Yeah, so we recently opened 2 new factories in Redlands, California. One of those factories right now is dedicated to what we call a custom express program. So we've basically narrowed down 33 of our best-selling frames that we can produce in 16 weeks. And that is our shortest lead time. Obviously, I think the industry is facing incredible challenges right now. And during COVID, we saw, a huge increase in business. Everybody did. And that sent some of our motion into longer lead times, upwards of 8 to 9 months, because there are suppliers really struggling to get the mechanisms. Although the mechanisms are built in the United States, the parts and pieces are coming from overseas, and we've all heard about the container challenges. So that has created extensive lead times on the motion side of things. But for the majority of our stationery, we're looking at about 16 weeks. Add shipping, closer to probably 20 weeks to your door.
That's incredible.
You just really don't think about the globalness of the supply chain until you try to order a sofa.
Right.
And it's like, oh, well, we can get this material, but we can't get this screw that goes in this corner because it comes from...
or even the stitching. Or, last year we faced the challenges of foam. Big freeze in Texas created huge supply issues for foam. And so if it wasn't foam and then, lumber's up and down, and that can be scarce. And then if it's not that, it's a nail head or a stitch. So, yeah, really all stems from that.
Yeah.
There's always something, right? Oh, my gosh. Okay, so at Osmond Designs, we have Omnia leather products in stock. So if you come into our stores, we have two 22,000 square foot stores. You can actually bring your truck and trailer, come and get Omnia leather. We also have things on order that will be coming in. We try to keep that flow going so that we always have things as people need them, because oftentimes people don't want to wait a year for their sectional or for their sofa. We try to keep an assortment of styles, an assortment of price points, colors, all the best of the best that we think are going to be great Utah family upholstery items here in stock. So come check us out at Osmond Designs. What a treat to have you here in the studio with us today at KSL. We have Shawn Downing, Omnia Leather. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's the KSL Home Show, sponsored by Osmond Designs. If you like talking about Utah homes and real estate, then this is the place on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back into the Home Show today. Thank you for joining us here with Heather Osmond, who owns Osmond Designs in Lehi and in Orem. Heather, today we're talking about leathers. I didn't realize there's so many different types and kinds and styles. I'm just like, I don't know, give me one that I can spill Diet Coke on and it won't stain it for life.
Is there such a thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, Omnia Leather is who we have on the show with us today. We have Shawn Downing here, and you are all the way from where?
Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado. So just our neighbor, not too far
That's
away.
Right. Yep.
You do a lot of traveling. You've been so good to us at Osmond Designs. Keep us up on all the training, the new intros. In fact, today you're going to our stores to update our salespeople with the latest and greatest with Omnia Leather. You're one of the best, and we sure appreciate you.
That.
It's so fun to have you on the show. We love to talk about anything home related. And I, as an interior designer, I don't know one home in all of Utah that doesn't have something leather in it.
That's right.
It's perfect.
It is.
It's family friendly and works not only in traditional homes, modern homes, that mountain modern homes, in Park City and Sundance and all over. So, Shawn, educate us. You are the guru in all things leather. Educate us about all the leathers, the fabrics, all the things that Omnia offers.
Well, to really keep it simple, we offer, we have over 350 different leathers, but lots of different categories of leathers, lots of different price points of leathers. But to keep it simple, we offer everything from family-friendly leathers. You pointed something.
Lindsay, this is
Lindsay,
for you.
Listen.
This is for you.
If I can spill Diet Coke, get black dog hair, and macaroni and cheese, then I'm sold.
I've got it.
Okay.
Our urban leather, indestructible. You pour gasoline on it and not damage it. It is unbelievable, family friendly. But that's the beauty of what we do here at Omni is, we've got very family friendly leathers. We've got very rustic leathers and everything in between. We've got, shiny finishes, matte finishes. We've got designer leather applications. You could put, like hair on hide, on the side panels of a sofa and really make it rustic for more your mountain cabin.
Or they have those ottomans that are so cool to have that hair on hide in a little embossed leather.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So we've got tons of embossed leathers that can go on any application of the sofa, front rail, inside arms, side panels, anything. And then again, those rustic leathers, like more of a wax pull-up where you see the lifestyle of the couch, where every scratch to the leather, really brings out the beauty of the leather and starts to look really, really worn in and lived in and comfy. So we've got everything in between.
And that's kind of like your favorite leather bomber jacket.
That's right.
Right? That whole vibe that just is a little more worn, but super cool.
Yep. And so, in some of my areas, Montana, that's all that they do. Everything is cowboyed up, tooled leather, rustic leather. But again, for the mountain homes here, we've got you covered.
I love that so much. So not only can you do the traditional mountain home with the rolled arms and all of that fun stuff, but you also do that modern mountain home, which is so hot right now. We're doing that a lot in Park City and in Midway and Heber and even Sundance area. People love that. And not only that, but it's actually becoming trend in Lehigh and Alpine, and you're seeing those Salt Lake City popping up all over. People just want warm and cozy, but cleaner lines.
I think that's an important point, too. When you think of a leather sofa, you kind of do think those rolled arms, right? The big bubbly, bubble back chairs. And that's not really,
anymore.
Yeah, you can do anything.
Yep, and we've got it. And again, I think Mountain Modern has become a huge trend in the industry. And right now we're take for example our Cartwright, like a fabric leather combination with down seats and down backs and scatter back of pillows, just very cozy. You can picture it in front of a big, grand fireplace in one of these beautiful mountain homes, but so cozy, so comfortable. But Mountain Modern is very in right now, and we are specifically designing leathers, fabrics, and combinations for that look.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the colors of leather before we move to fabric. Yeah. So not only do you have that super popular caramel camel leather, you have black, you have gray, you have your normal traditional, leather bomber jacket brown, and everything in between.
We've got everything. You could, terracotta to purple to mist blue to...
Purple? How do you get purple leather?
It's out there.
It's out there.
I know.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah, we could make a Utah Jazz themed sofa.
Oh.
There you go.
There we go.
That's what you need in your basement, Lindsay.
Wait, but we're not purple anymore.
Oh, what is it?
What are we like? Yellow and black and white? I don't know. We change our colors like every 2 years.
Yeah, orange and red.
I'm
okay.
a Nuggets fan. I know.
You go retro jazz, which is purple.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. If you can dream it, Omnia Leather has it.
Yes.
That's right.
Just saying. We have all of those options at our Osmond design stores. You definitely want to come and check us out if you are in the market for anything leather. Again, it's sofas, it's chairs, it's ottomans, it's bar stools, it's sectionals, and everything in between. Not only do you have the stationary, but you also do the motion.
We do. Yep. A vast majority of our business is motion. And again, same thing. We've got everything from ultra modern, like the Bergamo collection, to more of a traditional look as our comfort solutions. Again, both of those are kind of a build your own program where you can change seat widths, arm styles, a number of things. And those have power options for headrest, power lumbar, power recliner. You could stick with your standard manual recliner. Again, everything in between on motion.
And if you buy one of these, you may never get out of it. You'll have to say, where is my husband? Oh, downstairs.
That's correct. He's down in the basement watching the Jazz game again.
On the couch.
Yeah.
Yes, and again, theater rooms. You've got all the cup holders, all the bells and whistles.
That's right. We've got fixed theater arms. We've got portable theater arms. That's a really cool function. I always joke about it a little bit and say, in my household, my wife does not allow home theater in the living room. So we have these really cool portable theater arms that kind of like a little 8-inch wide padded theater arm with cup holders that have a little shark fin at the bottom that slide in between the cushions.
Oh, let's go.
So my wife's at the grocery store. I get to pretend I'm a bachelor. Pull that out, put it on the sofa, put a cold drink in there, watch the Nuggets game, and then as soon as the garage opens, take the thing. Yeah, right back in the garage, right back in the closet.
We know your secret.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
So we won't let my wife listen to this radio
great.
show.
Yeah, first, you're hearing it first here on the KSL radio
That's right.
show.
Yeah, I just gave myself up.
I love that so much. Okay, let's talk about all the fabrics. Performance fabrics.
That's right. Performance fabrics, again, family friendly. Those are indicated with a little water symbol on the fabric indicating it's a performance fabric, but incredibly durable. Again, you spill a Diet Coke on it, Lindsay, we
This
got
is
you
for you,
covered.
Lindsay.
All right.
This is for you.
I'm going to hold you to it because
Yep.
I'm going to buy one,
Just-
and then
just
there
be-
will guaranteed be Diet Coke on
Yeah.
it.
And Lindsay has small kids, which is why we get to laugh. And I have older kids, and I can't say that they haven't spilled
Well, you
Coke
can,
or whatever,
like,
Mountain
make
Dew on things too. But
reasonable rules with your older children. Mine are just like,
you would
I want
hope
chocolate
so.
milk.
You just wait till you have teenagers, Lindsay. You
right.
think you have control, but you really don't. But sometimes I just look at them, and they're like, oh.
I brought a drink into the no drink sofa.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
You're listening to the KSL radio show. We have Shawn Downing from Omnia Leather, all the way from Denver, Colorado, here on KSL with us, telling us all the good things about Omnia Leather. And if you are in the market, you definitely want to check this out at Osmond Designs. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the KSL Home Show. Brought to you by Osmond Designs. We open the doors for local home buyers and sellers with a fast-moving show about Utah real estate and home design. Here's Heather Osmond and Lindsay Ertz on KSL News Radio 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
Welcome back into the Home Show today. Thank you for joining us. Invite you to podcast wherever you podcast. Just search for the KSL Home Show. You can listen to this whole episode back. We've been talking all about leather today, and who knew there were so many different kinds and types and styles and colors of leather and upholstery out there. Heather Osmond of Osmond Designs, of course, with me. Heather, I think I need some more leather in my house.
I think you do, Lindsay.
Yeah.
And this is the right show to be listening to today, because if you are in the market, we are going to make this a little simpler for you. At Osmond Designs, we carry Omnia Leather. It's one of our very favorite brands just because of the customization options. It's so nice. You know, in Utah, we have these large homes. Not only do we have lots of kids, but we need them to be pretty. We like them to look nice, but we need them also to be functional, which sometimes that's hard. And Omnia Leather seems to have that figured out. It makes not only women happy, but also men. It has all the bells and whistles of the recliners and the cup holders that Shawn was just telling us about in the last episode. So, Shawn, there's some pretty cool 2020 trends that you're going to give us some insights on, and then also give us some top secret info of new intros coming out.
That's right. Yeah, I think, we've seen very interesting trends in the market. Recently in Las Vegas, we released some very bright colors like lipstick red and terracotta and a mist blue and again, purples. And I think while grays and browns remain popular, consumers and designers will really enjoy going through our vast selection of over 150 top grain leathers. We're seeing a trend, obviously, since COVID began. I think what you saw was people really start to invest in good quality furniture. You know, they started nesting in their homes, and rather than going to the theater, they were really enhancing the look of their personal living room.
Well, because they couldn't leave their living rooms.
That's exactly
something
correct.
to hold up, right?
Yeah, so, again, we talked a little bit about Mountain Modern. That's been a huge trend in the industry, but bright colors. And again, the other thing we're seeing is everybody wants everything deeper. So in some of our best sellers, we're offering it, take the Max as an example. It's offered in a 38 overall depth and a 45. That brings your seat depth to 27 inches. I mean, you're really lounging in that piece. And for some, they may sit in it originally and maybe not understand it. But I think what you're going to see in the industry is much deeper depths coming out of our best sellers. So take an example, the Newport. We're going to show it this year at market in a deeper depth. And that's one of our best sellers. And I think you realize that people just want to lounge and be as comfortable as possible in their homes. And,
I love that.
We're creating it.
No, and I think for most women, that means your feet do not touch the floor when you're sitting in one of those. But I don't know about you, Lindsay. I just love to just curl up when I'm watching a movie or a jazz game. I have to say I love the jazz games and BYU and, all of that, that's here in Utah. It's just fun, right? At the end of a long day of working and just fun to hang out with my teenage son, Landon, and we it's my time to connect with him. And
That's
we
right.
yell and scream at the TV, and it's great. And I love just warm blankets and the fire. And, that's what's so great about Utah is we do get to enjoy not only the outdoors, but the indoors. And there's so many things here to offer. And I think your home has become more important than ever. People canceled all of their vacations. They had a little extra money. And I think people really realized, I want to love my home.
That's right.
And I'm so grateful for companies like Omnia Leather that's making products for people to enjoy their homes more.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about just in Utah here. I know, Shawn, you know this because we've talked about this, but it's just kind of a sea of brown, right?
It is.
We're just trying to be safe. So I love that you're doing all of these crazy fun colors. In offices, I love to have just fun colors in there and not the typical brown or black chairs or gray chairs even. Like you're saying, the colors. Talk to me about all the customization you can do.
Absolutely. So, the ability with our product, you can two-tone a couch. So that could be two different colors of leather. It could be a fabric leather combination. It could be something as simple as a contrast welt or, even a reverse welt where you see the back of the hide, on one of the welts just to add some design to it. We talked a little bit about the designer leather application. So that's the beauty of what we do. Anything and everything is possible. From a good variety of nailhead options, nailhead sizes, nailhead colors to really change up the look of the sofa. So again, I think with the over 150 leathers that we do, you'll find the brightest colors, the most trendy colors. And again, if people want to stay safe, we got lots of browns, but as you know, that's what you say. I mean, everybody has been sticking with browns. It is safe, but we have, if you really want style, we've got the colors.
Well, I think that's amazing.
And Shawn, talk to me about common mistakes you see people make, because I imagine that a sofa is a commitment, right? It's not
a big investment.
Yeah, it's a big investment. I have told Heather this story several times, but I have the worst sofa in the history of the world in my basement. And you sit down on it and you land on the bars because the cushions don't stay in the back. And I can't wait until I feel like I can afford to get a new one. But talk to me about some common mistakes you see, maybe even specifically with the choice of leather.
Well, you really hit the nail on the head there. I mean, I think people will make the mistake of buying a sofa that might be inexpensive, but they realize they're going to replace it 4 or 5 times in the life of what an Omnia sofa would be. Mm-hmm. What you're going to see on those inexpensive sofas where the seat cushions are often sewn on, the back cushions are sewn on, they can't be removed, so you can't change the fill, you can't change the cushion core in it. There's nothing you can change about it other than taking it out to the trash can.
It makes a great slide for your 3-year-old. I'm just saying.
That's right. So again, with our product, not only is it going to last, but you have the ability to replace the inserts, replace the cushion core, the back inserts, replace the whole seat cushion, replace certain panels. If something got torn, we could make just a cut and sewn foot rail and replace just that. So the ability with our products, a lifetime investment, and you will never replace an Omnia sofa.
That's incredible. Okay, let's tell everyone just a little bit about the warranty program here. You have a leather limited 3-year warranty.
That is correct. In the industry, you're always going to find about a 1-year warranty, and so we oversee a lot of the tanning process that's done in Italy. And so, again, we can really control the process of the leather and ensure that we're getting the finest hides. So we offer the longest warranty in leather, and that is just against color transfer, against cracking or fading, things like that. So, yeah, very extensive warranty on the leather. We do lifetime warranty on the frame. We do lifetime warranty on down cushions. That's against the leakage of feathers. We do standard warranties on the standard cushion. So, again, we've got warranties on all the product, ensuring that you end up with the best quality sofa money can buy.
And that is because it is quality, so you can stand behind it, which I really appreciate. Your recliners and your sleeper mechanisms also have a 3-year warranty.
They do. So that's against on all the mechanisms, on all the motors, the switches, any of those mechanics on your motion, and that's also included on sleeper mechanisms as well, which we offer sleepers on really most any 3-seat and 2 seats. So you can roll twin sleepers out of 2 seats, queen or full sleepers out of 3 seats, depending on size. And in some cases, and this is rare with a certain program, we actually offer king-size sleepers and cot sleepers. So we can actually roll a sleeper out of an ottoman.
That's the coolest thing ever.
It
now
is.
You're talking our language.
That's right.
Here in Utah, right? You have that office sofa. You pull that out when you have guests, and it's an additional bed for
King
people.
bed. That's bigger than my
King
bed.
size sleeper. Now your delivery
I know.
crew will not like you after delivering that. It's very heavy, but nobody has a king sleeper, so that's a huge plus.
And I think specifically in Park City, where it's all about how many people can you sleep over that week, right? All these
That is right.
Airbnbs,
Yep.
they need to sleep as many people as possible so that they can go skiing and just have the time of their life. And so that's where we are limited on space. The real estate in Park City is very expensive, so
Yes.
the more we can have things that are multifunctional is key.
That's right. We do, especially for those Airbnbs, we do 2 different types of sleepers. We actually do a memory foam sleeper, so those are huge benefits for a rental. Antimicrobial, all the gross stuff nobody wants to talk about.
Yeah.
Bed bugs can't live in memory foam. You can zip off the cover. You can actually wash that. So for a rental, that's a huge investment, and you want to be able to have a sleeper like a memory foam with a zip-off cover, and we make it.
And it's actually comfortable,
That's
which
right.
is incredible. I think sleepers have a bad name because they have that metal bar that's like right in your back, and you go to a hotel and it's the worst, right?
They do.
So
Yep, and the memory foam, all of our sleepers, you don't feel that, but the memory foam really makes it very, very comfortable. So whether it's in your personal home and you've got guests staying, on the weekends or often, it's a comfortable, very comfortable mattress.
not only do we do all of the leather products, but also the fabric, the performance fabric upholstery items. Price point starting versus, how high does that go up?
Well, there's a big range depending on the grade of leather. I mean, we talked a little bit about the variety of leathers. We do bison leather, we do buffalo leather, and the bison can get up to, a very high grade of leather and really add to the price of a sofa. But specifically at your store, I mean, we're selling sofas starting at, $17.99. And that is 100% top grade leather. I mean, no, we don't cut any corners on any piece. So again, a $17.99 sofa selling at your store, very beautiful, very comfortable, sleek, clean lines. People will be able to stop in today and see that sofa.
I love that so much. We love to partner with great companies, and we want to give a shout out to Central Bank. They are trusted bankers and loyal friends of the KSL Home Show. They have been serving Utah for over 130 years, and they are proud of their history and sustained growth and security. They have remained strong, safe, and secure since 1891. They believe in continuing progress is a direct result of their dedication to caring for the individual needs and communities that they serve. Today, we are honored to have Shawn Downing with Omnia Leather here all the way from Denver, Colorado. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's the KSL Home Show, sponsored by Osmond Designs. If you like talking about Utah homes and real estate, then this is the place on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back into the Home Show. Thank you for joining us today. Lindsay Aerts here with Heather Osmond, who owns Osmond Designs in Lehi and in Orem. Heather, we've been talking all about leather today, which is so fascinating to me that there's so many types and shapes and colors and fabrics out there and styles. And when you think of leather, you kind of think of the big bubbly, like old world, no offense to anyone who has this in their house, but just, you want something updated and modern. And now we can do that in leather. And not only in sofas and ottomans, but like on bar stools and stuff too.
Oh my gosh, you guys. We have Omnia Leather as a guest on our show today. Shawn Downing is here all the way from Denver, Colorado. And if you are just joining us, you definitely will want to go and listen to this podcast. I do not know any Utah home that does not have something leather in their home. And I think really upholstery is a great investment. It's somewhere that you want to splurge. You want to spend money, specifically if it's in your great room and it's going to get a lot of wear and tear. In some of the rooms, maybe a music room or a guest bedroom, you don't need to spend as much on that accent chair. But there are places to splurge. Being in the interior design business, I've seen it all. And that is the best advice I can give you is buy quality in those key areas, your dining table, your bar stools. Shawn, tell us a little bit about your bar stool program. Again, they get a lot of use. You want to buy quality.
They do. It's a good point. I think, when consumers are looking for bar stools, they often find at the majority of these stores that what's available is basically container bought. And when you're talking container bought, it means that they're buying one style bar stool in two colors, and those colors don't often work with every home, and you see them everywhere you go. So our bar stools have the same customization options as our sofa. You can do distressed wood bases or just plain finish bases. You can do some of the designer tooled leather applications on the arm caps or the arm tops, or those options. Again, you can do the two-tone, you can do fabric leather, you can really change things. And that kind of really talks highly of what our company does. And that brings us into assorted cocktail ottomans, where you can do very eclectic style ottomans that aren't matchy-matchy to the style that you have.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank goodness. Yeah. Or, it's just
contrast.
Something different. Yeah, something with tufting. And we do, again, all those options with or without storage. We do round ottomans. We do square. We do rectangular. One thing I did not touch on that I just remembered was on our reclining, we offer lift chair, so lift-assisted chairs. Now, in the day, you used to be the 60-inch wide, looked like a chair and a half in velvet green. So you can actually do a lift chair that matches your reclining sofa on probably 80% of our collections.
And I think for our older listeners, those are actually very comfortable.
Absolutely.
And they're really needed for people more than ever. I think with all of those baby boomers getting a little bit older, once you have a chair like that, you don't ever go back.
Yeah.
Even the kids and younger people love those as well. And they don't have to look like the old grandma and grandpa chairs with the Bubba waterfall backs. And they can actually look designer and be coordinating with the rest of the room.
That's right.
Anyone who has bubbly leather in their house right now hates us because we're just hating on it.
I know.
We're so sorry, but come to Osmond Designs. We'll help you.
There's modern leather. That's our point.
Bubba is comfortable.
That's right.
And comfort sells. And we even offer that. You look at our Canyon or our Phoenix. I think I have a dealer who calls it the human life raft. And it is.
There's something really wrong with that.
It is not attractive, but it is, it's a good seller in different regions. For basements, man caves, it's as comfortable
perfect.
As it gets. But
oh, that's great. Okay, you have some really great ergonomic chairs for offices.
We do. We have ergo chairs that are fitted really to the individual. They offer really the features and benefits to really be supportive for the neck, the shoulders, the arms, everything. And those are ergo chairs like the Pismo Beach, the Santa Monica. So check those out on our website, and you'll love them.
You know what? We're all so spoiled. I mean, think about this episode. We're talking about cup holders and all of these great comforts to actually work in your office. Like, it's amazing any of us get anything done.
Well,
right?
I don't think you really realize the pain points of your home until you're in it, right? And that. So I have a sofa area downstairs where I don't have room for tables. So it's like on the side of the couch, it just butts up against a wall, and so it's like I don't have room to put a cup anywhere. So like having a cup holder in a couch is really easy for me.
That's right. We even do a swivel table that mounts into the cup holder of those chairs that can swivel left and right over your lap.
Shawn, you're killing me.
You can
I know.
solve all my
Killing me.
problems, all my first world problems.
I know. If we had another hour.
I know. We could talk about leather all day long. And not only does Omnia Leather do leather, but you also do fabric. And you have all of the performance fabrics. The sky's the limit. Come check all of these great products out at Osmond Designs. We have them in stock if you would like to customize anything. Of course, we can special order. There's a little bit of a lead time. we're happy to do that. But we do have a lot of in-stock product. Bring your trucks and trailers. Come check it out. Thanks again for joining us on the show today, Shawn.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Ms. Shawn Downing, Omnia Leather. Do you have a website where people can go?
Yeah, omnialeather.com.
Perfect. OmniaLeather.com. Heather, always good to chat with you.
So good to see you, Lindsay. See you next week.